welcome back to my channel. I'm LaQuasia. If you're coming back, thank you so much, and if you're new, welcome. Today I am going to be sharing a little bit of my first K-pop experience with y'all. Basically give y'all the rundown of kind of like the order of things, how they went, my experience, and just was it worth it? Was it worth it? So this concert I went to see a group called MonstaX. Monsta! They're a K-pop group and their music is energetic, it's fast-paced, get you moving, it's great. Something you can dance to, listen to, really great to work out to. But it's high energy music, which is awesome. So definitely check them out if you haven't heard of them before. And let's get right into it. So I bought these tickets last year. The tour was supposed to be like last year, but it got postponed. So when I actually discovered them and first started listening to their music, I found out there was a tour. It had been postponed, but they had reopened the tickets because they were going to come back. And this was like right before COVID flared up again. So it was really crazy, but I went ahead and got the ticket. I got the ticket! And I got the ultimate VIP package, which is like the biggest package you can get with all of the special bells and whistles. So that includes high touch, which is where you can see all the members and give them a high five. They don't really do pictures with fans like how a lot of artists do in the US. And I think it's because the fan base is so large. It wasn't because of COVID or anything. They usually just do high fives for the ultimate package, but it was fine with me, so I went ahead with that. So originally, the new postponed date was February 14th, which would have been Valentine's Day, and I was so looking forward to that. But because of the recent, at the time, a recent like flare up of COVID again, they postponed it till June 4th. So today is June 5th, and yesterday I went to the concert. I didn't go with anybody, it was just me. I didn't know anyone that was interested in going, so I was like, okay, that's fine. So I get to the venue, I park, I'm good to go, and I have VIP, so I have my like printed ticket. And there's people everywhere, and there's like no signs. There's nothing saying VIP this way. So I'm standing in line, and I was mad because I was not really expecting to stand in line. I thought I could just go in. Even though doors open at 6:30, I got there around 5:30, and I don't know if it was because I was in Hotlanta and I had on my wig and it was hot. I didn't even talk to anybody. There were so many people there, and I'm extroverted, so usually I talk to people, but I was just nervous, and then I was irritated because I had to stand in the sun and wait. So that was annoying. And then I get in there and they're like,
oh, like this is the wrong ticket, like your ticket is not coming up.
So then I have to go to guest services, and then the guest services lady is telling me,
like, you need to download the AXS app,
which is the company I bought the ticket through. And I went through the whole rigmarole. Then they finally pull up my VIP ticket, and then they redirect me to the VIP line. But luckily, there really wasn't a line. I just went to a table, got my lanyard. I need to grab that. Okay. Got my lanyard. And they gave me a wristband and went in. So the seats that I got were not floor seats. I did keep in mind that, you know, even if COVID had died down when I got the tickets, even if COVID had died down, I would still keep my distance. That was just my mindset, because you never know. Even when something dies down, it can flare up again. So I did not want to get floor seats. So with the VIP seating, I was able to get seats on the second level, the section closest to the stage, and honestly the seats were amazing. I already knew, since one, I had been to the venue before, Gas South Arena. I've been there before for Forward Conference, so I knew the seating and the staging pretty well, and I knew that I would be kind of like to the side of the stage, so my videos wouldn't be like super amazing, but I was still close and could see it very, very well. I went in again by myself. I wasn't really expecting to really like meet people. I was just maybe expecting to see maybe some people from college or some people from like my hometown maybe that came, just people in Georgia, because you never know. I ended up meeting the girl who sat right next to me, Jersey, shout out to Jersey, is friends with a YouTuber, Caitlin Benson, that I watch. And Caitlin does reaction videos to K-pop groups, and she's so amazing. Her reactions are my reactions. So for MonstaX specifically, I'll hear a MonstaX song and I'll be like, these lyrics though, this beat though, this music video though. And since I don't have a lot of friends that listen to K-pop, I go to Caitlin's videos and I say, what does Caitlin think? And it's like I'm with like the bestie. So it was really awesome to meet Jersey, a friend of Caitlin, and please, please, please go support Caitlin's channel. It's amazing. You're gonna discover so much great music through her channel, and her reactions are relatable and also super hilarious. She's so hyped. So I was sitting next to Jersey, and she had already been to 2 MonstaX concerts.
Real ride or die.
The 2 concerts they had in Chicago, and she also saw The Boys.
Real ride or die.
And I think she also said she saw ATs.
Real ride or die.
So she's a vet. So I'm like super lucky to be sitting next to her. She's giving me the lowdown on what we're gonna do after the show ends, where we need to go, what's gonna happen. Like, I was super, super blessed, not only to be by someone who was so awesome as her, but also, you know, get the lowdown. That's what I need, you know. We both had on our sneakers, was ready to go.
Got a blast.
When it was time to get into position, just to be like the first in line for everything. Besides Jersey, there were 2 other girls who I ended up talking to during the event, and surprisingly enough, they were from South Carolina. And if you know me, you know I was born in South Carolina. I'm a Carolina girl, and they said they were from Charleston. So since I know the area, I had to ask specifically. Tourists will think of Charleston as just the downtown area, which is cool because they're tourists, but if you're a local, you know that there's many parts of Charleston. So I asked them specifically, and it just so happens that the 2 sisters, one graduated from and one is now attending the high school that I graduated from, which, I mean, like, such a small world, such a small world. I felt like really blessed to be in good company and around people that, you know, just, you know, come from where I come from, are just interested in what I'm interested in. It was really cool, and they were a really great group of girls. Now let's talk about this concert. What happened? What went down? Did I fall out? All I can say is the vibe in the arena before they came out was great. You know, ATL concerts are like no other concert in the country, in the world, just because the energy is always super, super high. We bring that hype that, I say we, but you know, when I'm in ATL, I rep ATL, so. Atlanta brings that hype that no other city in the world brings. So the energy was high even before they got on stage. And because of where I was sitting, I could see them getting ready to get on stage. And like, I told Jersey, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna scream, if I'm gonna faint, or if I'm just gonna be like frozen from shock. But as soon as I saw them getting ready to get on stage, I screamed. I was jumping up and down. So that was the vibe the whole concert. Everything was great. The setup of the concert was they did an intro with like 3 or 4 songs, then they talked, and then they did the solo stages, which were amazing. And then they did, I think they came out, did some more songs, did some more talking, and it just went kind of back and forth like that until the finale, which was amazing. So before, like during the concert, I'm the type of person during concerts that I love to like watch the artist, but I also like have a good time myself. So I'm looking around, I'm really taking it in, because the whole time I'm loving where I'm at, but I'm knowing like this is about to end. So let me just take in as much as I can. I'm looking around, I'm seeing all the lights. Everyone has their light sticks. If you don't know what a light stick is, it's basically like most groups in K-pop have cute like lights, glow lights. They're called light sticks. They have a handle in the top. It's usually like a light encased with a cool design and then like the group logo on it somewhere, and a lot of fans buy it. I don't want to buy it because I just felt like I won't use it that much, but it's really cool to have during the concert because you just do like this during all the songs. But I be dancing, so I don't need a light stick, okay? So I was anyway taking in everyone and really having a great time. I did do a little, got to do a little twerking, cause that's just, I mean, if you listen to the songs, you'll understand. It's good music. It makes you want to dance and move. There were a couple times where I felt like the artists on stage could see me. I felt like they were looking at me. I don't know if that's me being crazy, but there's only one other time that has happened to me. At the Jaden Smith concert in Atlanta, I was on the second level, and again, it was one of those moments where I was just looking around, taking in the crowd, the ambience of the event, and I had my arms folded just because I was chilling, and I like turned back to the stage, and like Jaden is looking in my direction, and like everything in me just like, I was like, just fizzled, like everything was fizzling, and I immediately like dropped my arms like to make it look like I was having a good time, which I was, but arms crossed has a negative like view, so I really felt like he was looking at me though. So I had that feeling at the concert, and I had it with Joohon. For those of you that don't know, all the members that are not familiar with the group, there are 6 members. Firstly, there's Shownu. He's the leader. He's in the military right now. So in Korea, like some other countries, they have like mandatory military service. So he's serving in the military right now, so he couldn't be at the concert. And then we have Minhyuk. I believe he is a vocalist, really great voice. And then we have Kihyun. He is the vocalist, okay? This man has a voice I can't even begin to imagine or try to hit the notes that this man hits effortlessly, may I add, just belting magicness. And then we have Hyungwon. I don't know if he is the visual, and the visual of the group is just that person that just, it's the eye candy. He really is eye candy. He also has a beautiful voice, but he's also, for me, like the best dancer. I enjoyed watching him live so much. My favorite choreography is Love Killa, and he killed it as expected. It was so fun to watch all of them, but especially Hyungwon like cut loose and really get to dance and have fun. Then there's I.M. He is one of the rappers, and he's one of my favorites. He's like my second favorite, and he's kind of got like this bad boy moody mentality. Like, I don't know what it is, but he also speaks the most fluent English. So a lot of times when they were talking during the show, he was speaking mostly English. Like, I don't know if he spoke any Korean during the Atlanta show, but it was fun to see him as well, and he made my heart come out of my chest a couple of times. You just had to be there to witness. And then we have my favorite of the group, Joohon, aka Joohoney. He's a rapper. Most of my favorite K-pop idols are rappers just because it's that energy, it's that vibe, it's like hardcore, just good vibes. So I'm attracted to that. Not only that, he's a great rapper. He also writes songs, he produces songs. So a few of the songs that they performed, he wrote and or produced. I.M. also produces some of the songs that they perform, as well as his own. And Hyungwon also writes some of the songs as well. So anyway, during the concert, I know Joohoney was looking at me. He was looking He was looking at our section, he was looking our way, and when I tell you, when I felt he was looking at me, I got that feeling, tingles. I was like, ooh. But honestly, I was like, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm in my head. Either way, I accepted for what it was. He was looking my direction, and that's all that matters. But I really had a great time. I really felt like they had great stage presence. They appreciated the fans. And we also had a special thing that we did. Shout out to the MonstaX ATL, that IG page. There's a girl that runs the MonstaX ATL fan page on Instagram, and she had the idea that we were gonna all hold up hearts during their song Find You. So they were passing out these hearts. Mine's a little bent. These hearts that we held up, and they had a little message on the back. It says, "Thank you for participating in this project. Please hold the blank side of the heart towards the stage during Find You." And when I tell you, the arena was full of hearts. Oh, it was literally so beautiful. And MonstaX noticed, and they said that no other city, I told y'all Atlanta was different. They said no other city had ever done something like this, and they appreciated it so much. And they even took one of the hearts, and they even read, Minhyuk read the description out loud. It was super organized, and I know a lot of hard work went into it. I personally didn't cut any hearts because I was working a lot, and I didn't have time. Also, like, I didn't have time to go out buy paper. I didn't have time to cut, cause honey, I made my outfit for the show, my top, and literally I was staying up late at night making that. So I didn't have time to cut these hearts. I was gonna bring my own, but then by the time I thought of that, it was like, oh, I really don't have anything to make these hearts out of. The concert was great. After the concert, because we had ultimate VIP package, we got to do 2 extra things. So that's send off and the high touch. Send off is where the artists do one last walk through from the front of the venue to basically where their bus or van is parked at to leave. And the fans get to say their last goodbyes or give gifts. So a big thing in K-pop when artists do shows is to give them gifts. There was a lot of gift giving. Personally, I feel like, one, these artists have way more money than I do, so why am I using my time and my money to give them something? I mean, yeah, maybe to remember me by, but that's just a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Like, they have like millions of fans, and thousands of those fans are giving them stuff. Like, where are they gonna put all of that? And then 2, what was my second reason? I don't know, maybe that's just it. I don't want to spend money and time, and where they're gonna put the stuff. Yeah, basically it. Yeah, and they have like millions of dollars, so why would I spend my own to give them something that I made? Like, I think people do it to be remembered by them, but honey, I'm unforgettable, so I don't need to give anything. I just need to stand there and be seen.
Never ever play me like I'm average.
Speaking of being seen, so yeah, we did the send-off last, but before the send-off, we did the high touch. And because of COVID, instead of giving them a high five, they had like a plastic wall basically, and we were 6 feet away and we waved. But they also made us keep on our masks. Can't argue with that, very safe. I was disappointed because I wanted them to see my whole face, but I understand the circumstances, so I complied, of course. And I was most excited, of course, to see Joohoney. And I had practiced what I was gonna do, because some people say things, but you have on a mask, so they won't hear you. We're 6 feet away, so they won't hear you. And then they gave us, so I had this heart, and then I also had this poster signed by I.M. And his signature is his, I.M. is his stage name. His signature is his birth name, which is Changkun, so it's like a C and an H. But I got this one, and he didn't like sign it and then give it to me. They were pre-signed and given out to all the VIP ticket holders. So we had this, and it was like, it was rolled up in the plastic, and so I had on ripped jeans, and I knew like for the high touch, even though we weren't touching them, I wanted to do hand gestures, and I needed both of my hands. So I literally had holes, pants with holes. I literally stuck them in my pants, in the holes in my pants. so that I could do my hand gestures. So I like pointed and I did the little heart. And the first one up was Joohoney, and I pointed and he pointed back, and I did the heart and he did the heart back. And then Hyungwon, and the same thing happened. And then Minhyuk was not looking at me when I got to him. I don't understand why. I don't understand why, because when you walk through, everyone's in literally a single file line, and there's even like some gaps, because some people, it might be like me and the girls I was with, it was 4 of us, we were all kind of together, and then the next like group of friends or whatever was together. And it's like, it's fast, but it's kind of slow. Like, you're still walking, it's not like you're running, so they have time to go, okay, this person and this person and this person and this person. I don't know why he didn't look at me, but honestly,
He's not one of my favorite members, so my heart wasn't broken, but I was disappointed.
and then I got to Kihyun, and he wasn't looking at me either.
But that's a you problem.
I don't understand.
But that's a you problem.
At this point, and again, this walkthrough was maybe like 10 seconds probably in all. And I was just like, and when I tell you he wasn't looking at me, I mean, this man was looking up. So I don't know if maybe he had something in his eye. I don't know what happened, but I didn't have an interaction with him.
But that's a you problem.
With the high touch. But it was okay, because again, he's not one of my favorite members. So it was fine. Although I do highly respect him and I wanted to show him love.
But that's a you problem.
Oh well. And then lastly was I Am. And I did the point in the heart, and I don't really remember if he did it back. I think he did, but all I can remember was he was the last one, and I didn't want the moment to end, and I was literally just looking at him like I did the whole like I'm walking but I don't want to leave, all of that. And honestly, that was the best part. Honestly, the best part of the concert with MonstaX specifically was seeing them live their best lives, being there with the crowd, and then the high touch. I had my interaction with Joohoney, like full eye contact, like just being seen, appreciated, and known. That was all I really wanted. And then of course, I will never forget the girls that I met. I'll never forget Jersey. I'll never forget the other 2 ladies from, you know, my old little stomping ground. It was a surreal moment, to the point where I kind of didn't take it in all that much, and I woke up this morning, I was just like so emotional. I woke up this morning, had like a really, really powerful dream, and then I was just looking at my room at like the poster and like my top that I made, and just the aftermath of like I couldn't even eat breakfast. I didn't even have an appetite. Then I went to church, and I just felt like very grateful for God's grace, and like allowing me to have the fun that I did last night. Like, not everybody gets to do what I got to experience. Not everybody is in the position to afford what I got to do. And I think at the end of the day, it was just me enjoying myself and having fun, and realizing that to cherish moments like that in life. So I'm happy. I feel very grateful for everything that has happened to me thus far, and for where I'm at. I'm very blessed. So thank y'all so much for listening to my experience. I just hope that through all of this, anything you guys are going through, just know you truly aren't alone. You feel alone, but you're not. We're all going through something, and I hope that you can reach out to someone you love and know that they're gonna be there for you no matter what. And if you don't have that person, there's this person I know. His name is God, and if you don't know him and you would like to get to know him, I invite you to try. Go to your local church, maybe ask somebody you know that knows God. I will say all Christians are flawed, and we do things that aren't God-like. So if you meet someone who loves God and you know they treat you wrongly, that's not a reflection of who God is. It's a reflection of someone God is still working on. So that's what I give to y'all. All in all, This concert ticket was just under $400. Was it worth it? Ultimate VIP package? Yes, it was worth it. I will be going to the next MonstaX concert in Atlanta. Granted, Joohoney is there if he's not sent off to do his military service. I will be at the next concert, definitely. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Bye.